What's going on, everyone? So, Adou Thiero is officially in the lab going to work in the Lakers facility, and this is great to see. Obviously, it's unfortunate, it's disappointing. We weren't able to see him in NBA Summer League. I really wanted to see what he could do, really wanted to see what he was capable of, because at least on paper, he is everything this team needs, right? Youthful, athletic, sizable, versatile defensively. Can knock down the three ball with some consistency, right? The ideal kind of prototype 3-and-D type player. Guy that just has the size, the length, the athleticism, the foot speed, the versatility, all the things that you want from that kind of that's just versatile wing slotted alongside Luka and Austin Reeves and the rest of them. Now, I'm not expecting him to come in and be, Lakers starter and the answer to all the Lakers problems. I mean, it would be beautiful. You never know. I don't want to put a cap on the young man, but realistically speaking, it's probably in the rotation, but limited. He's probably coming off the bench playing 10, 15 minutes a night type thing. He's incredibly young. 21 years old, just turned 21 in May. So he won't be 22 until Lakers are, in the playoffs on their way to the NBA Finals this upcoming season. But he's a guy that I am genuinely excited for. Because like I said, he's 6'8", 225. Right? He's got that 7'1", 7'2" wingspan, 41-inch vertical. I mean, the guy is if you wanted to build a prototype athletic 3-and-D wing, Adou Thiero is that for the Lakers. And look, this is a guy that was projected to be a number one pick, as high as a potential lottery pick. Right? So for him to fall, partly due to injury, right? It was surprising. And then bare minimum, he was looked at in the first round. And then the fact that he made it all the way to the second round, it was oh, okay, well, unfortunately, he's going to be the first or second pick in the draft, or in the second round, and he ended up falling all the way to the sixth. And it's wow, what a steal. And Lakers had to move up and ended up getting him and got what many believe was a first-round talent. And, I always see people oh, well, if he's so great, why did he fall? I mean, how many guys fall in the draft every year? There's so many guys that regularly fall in the draft. Think of how many, players and pick, all these teams have their ideas of what guy is what, and they all have their ideas of what do we need more. How many teams just year in and year out just make bad lottery pick or draft choices. I mean, it's the same teams in the draft every year. They're not drafting that great if 10 years in they're still landing top 5 picks, right? So again, the whole oh, well, if this guy was so great, why would he fall to where he did? Again, why did Draymond fall? Why did Jokic fall? Why did Giannis fall? Why did Kobe fall? Why did again, there's so many guys, because again, there's so many organizations that all have their own opinions, their own thoughts of this guy and this guy. I mean, Dalton Connect even. And I know he looks like he's on his way out the door, but I don't think that's because he isn't talented. I think that's because his heart's broken and his head's not in the right place now. I think he ended up getting traded literally his rookie season after looking really good, falling out of the rotation. So I just think he's just mentally checked out, right? Whether it's deliberate or not, I just don't think he's there. But he was a guy that, again, was as high as the 4th or 5th pick in that draft and ended up falling all the way to 17th. This is a guy that, Adou Thiero, like I said, there was people that had him in the lottery, but I'm talking the 14th pick, 13th pick, right? Not the 5th pick. So he fell, as many picks as a Dalton Connect did in theory, right? So my point is that Adou Thiero, I think, is a guy that could come in, slot in, play a role for you immediately, and be a potential first round talent, give you that first round impact. I mean, look, if he just becomes in a perfect world, if he became an OG type, but peak could be a Kawhi Leonard type, get a stop, get a bucket type of guy, best in the league in that regard. Hopefully not the injury Kawhi Leonard. But even if he's just a really solid 3-and-D, even if he's a bigger Jaden McDaniels, perfect, right? If he's a Jared Vanderbilt that has a half decent shooting performance, right? If he's a Jared Vanderbilt that can shoot 36% from 3-point range, that's huge. Handle the ball a little better. Like, he already is probably better at handling the ball than Jared Vanderbilt, as well as like finishing around the rim. He can finish with either hand. Like, he's good at applying rim pressure. He's good at being a self creator, right? He's better. He's the guy that you can kind of give the ball to and he can just go cook, right? Where Jared Vanderbilt, you kind of don't want him to do that. He's very like specific assignment type of guy. But like, even just getting to his stats, right? Obviously, the 3-point shooting needs improvement, needs to work. And we'll see if he's able to do that out the gate for the Lakers. Like, is he terrible his rookie season shooting the 3 ball? Which happens. And look, if he is, he is. I don't think like that's like, oh, this guy's bust. Like, no, like, I think he's going to be very good. And he is looked at as the most NBA ready defensive player in this draft. So that alone will probably get him in the rotation. But you look at last year, right? 27 games played, 26 games started, 27.5 minutes per game, 9.4 field goal attempts per game, 54.5% from the floor, 26% from three-point range. Now, it was on 1.6 attempts, so not a huge sample size. But it's not great by any stretch of the imagination. 60% on 8 attempts from 2-point range. EFG of 56.7%. Free throw shooting, 68.6% on 6.5 attempts. Now, he was 80%, but on 2.2 attempts with Kentucky. But he got to the line, and he got to the line a lot. 6.5 attempts on average in college. Like, it's pretty good. Rebounding, 6 rebounds. Excellent rebounder, which is good, right? For a team like the Lakers who are going to need help on the rebound, particularly the long ball rebound stuff. Adou Thiero is a guy that can help in that regard. So I think that's very beneficial for the Lakers as well. 2 assists, 1.5 steals, actually a little more, 1.6 if you want to be exact. Nearly a full block and 15.1 points per game. So again, this is a guy who looks every bit the part of what this team needs for potentially now, but more likely the long term. But he's put in the work, right? And he's working hard, and he's in the lab, and it's great to see the young man cook. It's great to see the young man just, working his tail off. And that's what it's going to be, right? He's just getting back from injury. So for those that are like, oh, why are we just hearing about it now? Because again, he was coming back from injury. The Lakers aren't going to have him go and rush and come back, right? Now that he's back, now that he can start to gear up, start to work on his game, work on the offensive side of the basketball, those defensive instincts, I think will be there. I'm not worried about that. But now the Lakers can kind of start to mold him and get him where they need him to be. So that way he can start, having that impact on this Lakers team, hopefully immediately, hopefully as soon as next season. I'm sure he'll spend some time in the G League and stuff, but that's fine. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.